Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of my Trove Let's Play series. Today we will be hitting level 30 on the Boomeranger, and this time we actually get to see the inevitable level 30 being dinged, because I paid attention when I leveled up this guy. So let's get level 30 on the Boomeranger. This class used to actually be one of my favorite classes, and it would still be one of my favorite classes if there weren't a few issues with him, and I'll talk about those in a second. Oh no, that wasn't even enough. How much experience did we get? We got 7,000. How much do we need? We need another, what, like 5,000? 10,000 almost. So we need to do another 3-star. Here we go. This is, well, I didn't even realize this is the smallest Medieval Highlands. I was expecting to do the entire episode in a Medieval Highlands because I like keeping to the class's like theme, and this, well, the Boomeranger doesn't really have a theme. He's an adventurer. That's what he is. He's an adventurer. So he's the only class in the entire game that doesn't actually have a theme attached to him. Even the Revenant has a PvP theme. Like, it's not a biome, but he still has a theme attached to him. But this is one of the issues that I'm talking about that makes this class so horrible to actually play ever since they did break him. That's not even enough? Oh wow, how much experience was that? Did we do the, oh, you know what it is? I was standing, did we get screwed out of that one? I don't know, I didn't see any experience popped up. We might have been standing in a spot that didn't count as a dungeon because Tryon are extremely well at creating a video game, and sometimes when you're standing in a specific spot, you don't actually get credit for the dungeon because you have to be standing in the right spot to get that. So let's see, did we get any experience for that? We actually did. It was, for a 3-star, we got 3K? That doesn't seem right. That does not seem right. I don't know what's going on. I just want to hit level 30 so I can talk about the Boomeranger. Alright, this should do it. No? Oh god. That was 3,000 experience too. Okay. This one is not going to do it. This is not going well. I was expecting only one dungeon, and we were only 10k experience off. How have we done a 1-star, a 3-star, and 2 small 3-stars and not even get it yet? I don't know what happened. I think it was the 3-star that got bugged out. We weren't in the correct spot, and it didn't give us any experience for killing the boss, which kind of sucks. But I guess we could just start talking about, let's kill this mob. I don't want to start the reason why I don't want to start talking yet, because I don't want to start talking and then be like, oh, we just hit level 30. There we go, level 30 on the Boomeranger. Only, I believe, one more class after the Boomeranger, and then we're good. So there we go, level 30. We actually got to see it ding. It took long enough, but we got to see it. But, alright, so now let's actually talk about the Boomeranger now that we hit level 30. So, like I said, he was, and still is, one of my favorite classes in the entire game, but he is not going to rank very highly at all when you guys see my top classes video, because of a few reasons. And the biggest reason that most people that have put some decent amount of time into the Boomeranger know is that he is, like the Dino Tamer, extremely bugged, and you can probably tell why, being at, you know, the Dino Tamer and the Boomeranger. What do they share in common? Cooldown reduction and cooldowns. They are based completely off of cooldowns. So the game being as laggy as it is, and the abilities being, you know, as broken as they are, every class is the same, by the way, guys. I'm not, like, singling out the Dino Tamer and the Boomeranger. It's the fact that they rely on cooldowns, which means your abilities have to actually go off, is why they are so extremely broken compared to other classes, because they rely on the skills coming off cooldown and actually connecting, whereas every other class just needs to rely on the hit actually touching the target, which is why they don't seem as broken. But trust me, every class is as broken as one another. It's just, like I said, the Boomeranger and Dino Tamer have that added effect of needing to not be broken and laggy. So that's the biggest reason. You know, your Boomeranger, as you saw, I haven't moved a single pixel, and I was not able to catch my boomerang. So nothing's coming off cooldown, meaning I can't do anything. I just have to sit here and wait. So that is obviously the biggest issue with the class. Look at that. Threw a boomerang again, nothing's gonna happen. It's gonna be like that the entire episode. I've, you know, discussed this many times before. So that's the biggest issue. There is one more issue though. It's not completely just him being broken that puts him down on my list. Because remember, he is one of my favorite classes in the entire game. He would actually be like number 3 or 4 if he wasn't broken in terms of lag and abilities not working. So I love the Boomeranger. He was one of my top classes before Mantle Power, before they broke him. But there is one other issue that I have with him right now, and I guess everybody has with him, in that since Metal Power, he has fallen drastically in terms of strength compared to other classes. He used to, once again, be one of the top classes before the Lunar Lancer came out. I believe he was actually top in terms of DPS. But then when the Lunar Lancer came out, he beat him out. But since Mental Power, he has fallen drastically because he did not get as much love as the other classes did in terms of their class gems or general class changes. When Mantle Power came out, they changed basically all the coefficients of every single class to try to balance them out. And what they did was they nerfed swords to be actually worse than bows. So bows are now king for the Boomeranger single target, and the only thing that matters in this game is single target unless you do 30 swarm dungeons, which you should be avoiding anyways. So the fact that they nerfed the sword and nerfed it down to the bow strength, he just all around got a nerf in terms of his strength, and his class gem is extremely underpowered. Those chickens do so little damage compared to even the Knight's class gem. The Knight's class gem doubles his damage. The Boomerangers doesn't. The Boomerangers adds 3 little chickens that do like 0.8 times damage or something like that, maybe like 0.65. I can't really remember. I already made the guide on him that has exact numbers, but they are extremely underpowered and they don't add too much DPS to the class, and it got nerfed. So the class gem not adding too much plus him getting nerfed means he deals not that much damage compared to other classes. I don't know exactly because I haven't done the test yet. I don't know exactly where he lies in terms of damage. He might be even worse than the Knight. I actually do not know, because the Knight does 8 times damage every second, plus a 4 times damage in between the second, plus a 1 times damage in between. So it's like, I don't know, in 1 second you do 12 times damage, something like that. It's actually decent. This class, you have to either get the chickens, and the chickens will deal that damage over time. You know, it's not a burst of a second, which doesn't, you know, a burst of a second doesn't really matter in anything besides farming dungeons. So you can still count that as DPS. The chickens from your ultimate are still extremely powerful, but you have to either get those chickens or you have to get the bomb. You want the chickens if you're doing shadow towers, and you want the bombs to come out if you're doing dungeons. If you do get those bombs, you will one-shot a boss. I don't know if you can one-shot U9 bosses. I would assume so, because U9 bosses only have like 40 million HP or something if they're a 1-star or a 2-star. I don't know if there's 2 stars in this game or 1 stars. I can't remember. I believe that there's no 2 stars, right? There's 1 stars, no 2 stars? I can't remember. But yeah, you will, I assume, one-shot a 1-star boss. Definitely not a 3-star. A 3-star has like 65 million HP. I can't, again, remember off the top of my head. My Neon Ninja one-shots 3-star bosses. Anyways, he does like 80 million damage per right-click, so I don't know. I would have to lower his damage to know how much HP they exactly have. But yeah, you have to get that, and it's a 1 in 4 chance, and guess what? You're never going to catch your boomerang, so you have to wait for that 1 in 4 chance in its entirety. So all around, the Boomeranger just, it fell off the map, man, and I wish they would at least fix the lag. Like, the damage is whatever. I could deal with the damage as long as the class was fun to play, but him being reliant on cooldowns, as is the Dino Tamer, means he is not extremely fun, or he's not very fun to play. Him and the Dino Tamer are actually the only 2 classes in the entire game that I dislike, where I actually do not like playing. When I play them, I get very frustrated. That happens with no other class in this game. Even the Fae, which is my 3rd most hated class in the game, he's not... I don't dislike the Fae. Well, actually, the Fae is kind of in the same vein, because the Fae is very frustrating to play. What's the next one up? I think the Lunar... Oh, no, the Chloromancer. The Chloromancer is not very fun to play either, because you have to catch up with the ranged. Alright, forget this. Forget this comparison. There's like a bottom 4, and the Boomeranger is part of that bottom 4 classes that I actually... If I play them, I don't want to play them. Every other class, it's either boring, which I can handle. I can handle boring gameplay. But these guys, I actually cannot handle playing them because they're so frustrating to play. But like I said, if they just fixed the lag, which is a lot to ask for, you know, almost 2 years into the live release, they're never going to fix their servers. Like, we just need to get over that. The classes are the way they are. So, you know, if they ever did, I would love him. He would be in my top 5 most definitely, because I love his playstyle. I love the cooldowns. You know, the weaving in your cooldowns and stuff like that. I love that. It's very unique. There's no other class like the Boomeranger, and I love it. But seeing as that's probably never going to happen, he is my 2nd most hated class in the entire game, sadly. And I would love some buffs. Tryon, you know, he's very underpowered. Let's buff him up a little bit. You'll never see him. The most you'll ever see him is as a tank, and that's only because you have a 1 in 4 chance of getting the cooldown reduction for your team. So even then, he's not a very good tank, because you would much rather get a candy bar, because the candy bar buffs your attack speed, which is reliant. You can 100% guarantee that stuff. So let's at least buff him up if you're not going to fix your servers, please. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time.